Welcome to Chad Hates Carbs. Today we're going to be doing a keto-friendly chocolate chip cookie from Duncan Hines. Nice, easy mix. I love easy mixes. This is a classic where you need 4 tablespoons of softened butter. This is not softened because I can pick it up. And 1 egg white, or I think that calculates out to like $17 worth of eggs. So I'm going to go ahead and get the butter softened, get the eggs separated, dump it in here. We're going to mix it up. All right, I figured I needed to save the yolk to prove that I did it without cutting the yolk. So there you go. Look, I'm a professional. White's in there, softened butter in here. And of course, I'm that guy. I can't not scrape the bowl. Any of you that have been with me for a while know that I am one of those people that has OCD about getting things out of bowls. Anyway, so we're going to put that stuff in there. Going to slap this in here. It says cookie mix, blah, 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 smooth dough, no butter streaks remain. So probably should have melted the butter in there first and then separated it, but then if I would have had to separate the second egg in there because I got a yolk in there, no. I just had to waste the bowl, which also hurts my soul. But anyway, I'm having a hard time with this bag. Should have done this off camera too. Anyway, for the record, I am stronger than a bag. Barely, because I'm getting old. Alright, so we're going to dump this in here. Man, this is the hardest part. Alright. I didn't do an ingredients list. Let's do the ingredients list now. What are we looking at? We're looking at, oh boy. Almond flour, inulin, allulose, erythritol, unsweetened chocolate, coconut flour, resistant dextrin, and then less than 2% cocoa butter, salt, natural flavor, soy lecithin, stevia glycoside, sodium bicarbonate, milk powder, xanthan gum, stevia sweetener, and vanilla extract. So I only mispronounced a few of those words. So your sweeteners in this one are allulose, which I'm a huge fan of allulose, and then erythritol. I know that some people don't do well with erythritol, so if you can't handle that very well, then this may not be for you. But we're going to go ahead and stir this up now until there's no butter streaks. I'd never heard of butter streaks before that box right there. So this is one of those things where I'm probably wishing I didn't use this right here. I probably should have just used something like this, because now it's all stuck in here. Man. See, this is the comedy part of the channel, where Chad can't figure out how to. Chad hates carbs, but he can't figure out how to make things. Man. Certainly not a professional chef. Hey, look, the preheating's done. It has to be preheated to 350, which I guess I didn't say that either. See, it's been a minute since I've done this recording thing. Trying to come up with things to say, all that stuff, when I normally just prefer to sit in a dark room writing code. So, alright, that's close enough. We're going to pretend like I got all that stuff off of there, and I'm just going to make a mess. That's what I'm going to do. Alright. It's going to make me put my hands in this. I never was like a clean guy, a clean freak, or any of that kind of stuff until some very strange events in my life that made me want to wash my hands all the time. And I'm just going to not say anything more than that because it hurts my soul. Okay, so what we're going to do, there's no butter streaks. This is like sticky coconut flour, I'm sure, because I remember cooking with coconut flour back in the day where it just literally absorbs all of the moisture. So yeah, looks like we're good there. Interestingly enough, the hot butter was melting the chocolate chips enough. Okay, it says 10 even balls, so I don't know how big that's going to be, so I'm just going to make some, and we're going to see whether or not I guess right. I don't know if you guys have these half sheets instead of the whatever, the fancy kind of cookie sheets. But my wife, when we first got married, she was like, we need to get half sheets. We need to get quarter sheets. And we've had these for almost 30 years and still running strong. I made them too big. I did in fact fail. It's where it's this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm off by 2. So let's see here. Let's see if I can figure out how to make them more similar in size. This one, maybe. This one. And some goobery stuff. Alright. It's not 100%. Probably should have put, I think it's water on your hands maybe that they tell you to do so that they don't stick to your hands, but these are sticking to my hands pretty good. Alright, so I want 10. 10's a weird number to put on a cookie sheet anyway. Maybe it's 4 and 4 and 2 maybe? 4 and 4 and 2, wait, what do you think? 4 and 4 and 2 maybe? Like that. Then it says, press dough into 2-inch circles with the palm of your hand. So now the part of my hand that's not sticky. Let's see, what if I do 3, let's do 3, 4, 3. I think that sounds better. 3, 4, 3. Because then, if they expand a little bit, it's going to be less of a problem. This is just, oh, I get it. This is the problem where you have, you have things that will not expand because there's not actually anything that's expanding. So you're basically just making, this is the size of the cookie. They're just going to crisp up. I understand now. I get it. But the cool part is you're not having to stock all the almond or the coconut flour and stuff like that. This one is sticking to my hands. Something fierce. All right, we're going to do it like that. Ugh, man, yep. These are sticking to my hands. Alright, we're just going to do it like this. I'm not using the palm of my hand because if I use the palm of my hand... Okay, so next time... Okay, so for those of you that are having fun laughing at my problems here, bless you. I wish you all the best. But you might consider not doing what I'm doing right now and perhaps putting water on your hands. Maybe that would help you succeed where I am failing. Interestingly enough, it does seem that there's some of these that have far more chocolate chips than others, so I'm just kind of adjusting them as necessary. Probably should have on baking sheet. It doesn't say to do anything about spraying these either. That would probably have also been a good idea now that I'm thinking about it, but hey, that's why you watch this channel, to watch Chad fail at life. So, here we go. This is mostly fine. I just have a lot of and I'm not allowed, it says do not eat raw dough, probably because of the egg. So, I'm not going to, in spite of the fact I know a lot of people just drink eggs and stuff. That's because they're cool, and I am decidedly not cool, so. Alright, these are not going to expand any, so this would probably be fine. Really don't like the fact that these look like they've been bludgeoned. These are bludgeoned cookies. But, I mean, that's fine. And look at all that off of my hand. Crazy. And then it proceeds to stick to my finger. Fantastic. Alright. I probably should cut all this out. But where's the fun in that? Alright. So, once we're done with that nonsense, it says bake on rack in center of oven 11 to 12 minutes until edges are browned and centers are just starting to brown. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but this is already very brown. So I'm not sure how they mean by brown. Perhaps they need to use a different word than brown when everything's already brown. All right. 11 minutes. minutes, and see you in a minute. Well, 11 minutes, maybe 12. All right, we just dinged at 11 minutes. I'm letting it sit in there for just a few more minutes, I think. Well, maybe another minute, because they're looking brown at the edges. But I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure what it means by brown in the middle. Until edges are brown and centers are just starting to brown, cookies will remain soft. So I'm a little unsure of exactly what that means. It's hilarious how these look so round and normal. Here they've got the cookies with a little dollop of cream in the middle, which is whipped cream, which sounds delicious. Certainly would be interested in doing some of that, but first we have to cook them correctly. So step one, hopefully we get there. All right, I'm gonna call that. So we're going to pull those out. Yeah, those are still very soft in the middle. Never mind. Put them back in for another, I don't know, let's put them in for another minute. So it's probably been an extra 2 minutes. This is the reason I don't like baking, because there's a lot of in and out of the oven, not really sure how long it takes. Whereas when you just throw stuff together in a pot on the stove, you just keep adding stuff until it seems right. Baking is too sciencey for me. But anyway, we'll just wait impatiently for this thing to ding at me. I really don't want to let them cook any longer because I'm afraid the edges are going to burn. But those middles, man, they sure are soft. Alright, well, it says to cool on pan 2 minutes before carefully removing from pan and cooling completely on wire rack, which is underneath here. So we'll let it cool for 2 minutes and we'll be back. See you then. Alright, we're 2 minutes in. I got my, let's turn that light on. I got my brutal spatula. You can see how beautifully spotlight on them, you know. See how beautifully I made them? Not beautifully. Oh my gosh, these are okay. These look nothing like the ones on the box. They are coming up. Probably because I have the brutal spatula. And I'm sure these are going to have to sit for a minute. So they hopefully will solidify a bit. These things are not, they're giving me reminders of some of the recipes I made back in the day with the coconut flour where they just never got solid. So hopefully these do better. But we will see. Come on now. Seriously. There we go. All right. Get those there. All right. Well, it says let them cool. Cooling completely on wire rack. That's the thing I didn't do in previous times. So cooling completely will probably be a few minutes. So we'll come back in a few. See you then. All right. So these have been sitting for a minute. So we're going to try them out. Okay, it did firm up. They're not crispy at all, so they're definitely more of the chewy style. I prefer a crispier cookie. These are not bad. It does seem like they may be a little bit overdone because they're kind of a little bit burned. No, I don't know that burned is the right word, but it definitely has a little bit more of that carbonized, like this chocolate right here is probably a little bit burned on the edge. So if you want to eat a cookie, a chocolate chip cookie, this will at least approximate it. Perhaps they came up okay. You saw that they came up all right from the sheet. I would give this a solid, I don't know, maybe a 7, maybe 6.5 or 7. Perhaps if I cooked them better, perhaps if I was able to make them more uniform, that would be better. Perhaps if I did the thing that they show on the back of the box where you put cream in the middle of them, where what I'm eating is cream, I would like that better. So anyway, I do appreciate the fact that people are starting to make boxes like this where I don't have to have a ton of extra ingredients around just to have some desserts for after dinner. But anyway, not sure that I'll buy these a lot, I guess would be what I would say about that. I do think that they have other options out there, so I may try some of those other ones, but that is the review of the Duncan Hines chocolate chip cookie recipe. So anyway, with that, appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day.